here today because a great number of labor leaders, human lovers, people who try to make and create a better world for everyone are in jail by the Islamic Republic of Iran. And people like Behnam Ebrahimzadeh, who is standing up for the children's rights, for the workers of the street kids, he's in jail while he should be with his sick son who is suffering from cancer. Just before May Day, a week before May Day, the Islamic regime of Iran targeted the labor leaders in different provinces, Tehran and other cities in Kurdistan, in the south, in Khuzestan, in different parts of Iran, picked them up in order to make a quiet May Day, in order to make sure that no one goes out, there is no demonstration, there is no show of solidarity with other workers in the world.
Well, thanks very much for inviting me to speak here and to share this rally to free jailed workers in Iran with you. And since these workers and union activists were jailed just prior to May Day, which is the international day of celebrating a struggle of the workers of the world to liberate themselves, to get the bosses off their backs, I thought I'd take the opportunity to say a few words about international solidarity. Being from Germany, now ending up in Canada, I'm obviously not the one telling you anything about Iran, because that's something where most of you here at this rally come from know way better than I do. But you ending up in Canada, I ending up in Canada, that obviously does point to the issue of international solidarity. The question, though, is we talk about it very often in left circles, in activist circles, in union circles, but what the hell actually does it mean to speak about international solidarity?
Respect for human rights in Iran will be possible after bringing down the Iranian regime. Violence and organized crime are among the fundamental principles of the Islamic regime in Iran for over 37 years. It will be unrealistic to expect the regime deliberately change its anti-human and destructive behaviors. Assassination, detention, torture, and imprisonment of men and women will not stop until this regime is in power, and they will only stop when it does not exist. We firmly believe that the end of repression in Iran is only possible by ending the existence of this anti-human regime. In order to achieve this ultimate goal, a methodical and organized struggle is necessary.
Considering the fact that the poverty line in Iran is $1,000, the official imposition of minimum monthly wages of $210 has forced more poverty and hunger on labor families. While the labor are suffering from the most difficult life conditions, they are also deprived of the rights to their own independent organization and representative.
Iranian fundamental dictatorship is Islamic capitalist regime arrests, tortures workers, women, and other activists. We stand by you. We support you. We try our best to get more international support for the Iranian workers. UNIFOR and the global labor community stands in solidarity with the labor activists in Iran who continue to suffer from repression. UNIFOR condemns the arrest of all the Iranian workers and political activists and women. On the behalf of Union, I send greetings to our commitment to Iranian labor and progressive movements.
Dozens of activists like Shahrukh Zamani, Reza Shahabi, Behnam Ebrahimzadeh, Pedram Nasrullahi, and Mohammad Jarrahi have been in jail for many months or even years. As part of its ongoing negotiations with U.S. imperialism, talks that are ultimately aimed at reinstating Iran's bourgeoisie as a junior partner in the region and normalizing capitalist relations in Iran, ready for investment by Americans and other companies, the Iranian regime is taking steps to ease off the repression of the Ahmadinejad years. This relative reduction in repression is not merely to please international public opinion, although that is a factor. The main reason is to head off another revolution in Iran.
I don't need to repeat why we are here, but we know that in Iran, hundreds of people, including journalists, lawyers, women rights activists, labor activists, university students, journalists, members of Baha'i faith, filmmakers, homosexuals, and members of banned opposition and religion groups have been arrested, brutally tortured, and even raped. Let me tell you that since Hassan Rouhani came to power in Iran, at least 2 executions have been carried out per day, and more than 753 individuals were reportedly executed in 2014. Many workers and labor activists are harassed, imprisoned, and tortured.
This is happening in 21st century, where 1% of the society in every country, they own 99% of the wealth of the society, and for the other 99% of the people, they cannot even get to 1% of the wealth of the society. This is also happening when that 99% are the people who are producing the wealth of the society. The 1%, the bankers, the factory owners, the politicians, judges, lawyers, and all those rich people, they don't do really much. They don't work, but somehow they get their hands on everything that there is in this world. And for those who work, they somehow cannot get their hands on food to put on the table for their children.